Donut. I didn't even know we had a donut. Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, Aiden and Tristan, the first in class this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well,
What y'all doing this morning?
and we're getting in talking about these insects.
Okay.
But talking about some insects. Hey, good morning, Zoe and Andre. Got on a dance today. Please give my friend's name.
Feel Good Friday. Thank you for sort of starting your weekend here with us.
We have here this morning, we got my friend Tristan, we have my friend Zoe, we have my friend Jaden. We have Jaden, Jefferson. Ooh, it is. And we have Zoe Curtis, Steven, and Tristan Davis on time this morning. I wonder who else is going to join us.
And then we also have.
What day did you say it was, Zoe?
Okay, so let's hear from both of them right now.
Ooh, I think you might be right.
I can see you.
You can't see me?
I can see you now. Yes, I can.
Oh. Ooh, let's get popping, learning about insects. Oh, we said it's
No, what is those ugly bees?
ooh, this
Ugly bees.
who said that?
Honey.
Jaden says it's honey. What else is it, Jaden?
Honey, me. And bees.
Honey and bees. Ooh, maybe that's a clue of what we're gonna learn about today.
Talk about who's MVP.
Ooh, the question of the day. Have you seen an insect today?
Yeah.
Jaden, let's go first, Jaden. Jaden, what insect did you see today?
I see all of them.
Tell us what you saw today.
I saw a baby.
What did it look like?
Black, brown, and yellow.
Black and yellow. Did it have any wings?
No.
What did he didn't have any wings. What did he have on his body?
He had 3 legs.
Ooh. Man, you saw an interesting insect this morning, Jaden. Thank you for sharing. Let's ask our friend Tristan. Tristan, did you see an insect today?
Oh, it's still funky.
What kind of insect did you see, Tristan? Yeah. What kind of insect did you see? What did it look like? Whoa! What colors was it? What did you do when you saw it? Whoa! Get it. Thank you for sharing, Tristan. Let's ask our friend Zoe. Zoe, did you see any insects today?
No.
Ooh, she didn't see any insects today. I didn't see any insect today either. I saw an ant yesterday, but not today. Well, friends, let's move along. Maybe some other friends will join us. Whoa! Can my friend find 5 differences in this picture?
I found a differences. The flower is missing from this picture.
Oh, so the flower is missing. Sorry, Zoe found the flowers missing. What else is
I see one. I see one. It's red.
What do you see, Jaden?
I see it red and yellow. And
What did you say, Tristan?
in the cloud.
In the clouds. Look, this cloud is small and this cloud is big. Good spotting, Tristan. What else can you find that's different, friends?
The bear's mouth is different.
The flower, his mouth is different. What else could you find, friends? The bee is missing. What else do you find, Zoe? What did you say?
The bear's mouth are different.
The bears are different. They're holding hands right here. And right here, they're not holding hands. Ooh, I only see two more differences. Do you find them, Jaden?
I see one. I see one. I
Look
see
very
one.
closely. Look at the trees and the mountains.
The mountain, the white part of the mountain is gone.
Oh, this mountain has snow on top and this mountain does not. Ooh, you guys are good at looking. Ooh, look at the trees. Is anything different about the trees? Did you find it, Jaden? Did you find it, Tristan?
Yeah.
Look at this branch down, and this branch is not cut down.
What branch? Oh, you talk about that branch.
Yeah, that branch.
That's
Well,
how-
friends,
all 5 differences.
we found all the differences. I think you guys even found more than 5.
I remember I had 2 one note. I said, I was holding my fist up.
Let's find out the number of the day. How many bees do you guys see?
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see 1,000. We'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20.
So Jaden thinks it's 20. Zoe thinks it's 16. How many bees do you think it is, Tristan?
21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll say 6. 7, 8. See, I know he will say 8.
So we have 3 different numbers. Jaden said 20, Tristan said 8, and Zoe said 16. Zoe, did you count the big bee?
And then, birthday coming. There's 117.
So let's see who's right.
My birthday tomorrow, so
Like again, what does it be?
Let's see who's right.
I think
It's 17. 17 bees. This is the word 17. And this is the number.
so did I get it right?
You got it right. You guessed the right number. You counted the right amount of bees. Wow, friend.
Let's start that back over.
You want to start back over, Jay?
Yeah,
All right, there you go.
I go first.
All right.
15. It's 15.
Count them. Let's count them and make sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6, 7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
13, 14.
I'm already done.
What come after 15?
15.
15. 15, then what?
23.
15.
Anything too far out. Y'all, I'm moving the screen.
Oh, you sure did skip some of those numbers. 17 was the correct number.
I'm gonna keep moving you, Miss Ratchet.
You did.
Yep. Look at your name.
Who is gonna be
It was your face.
excited? We have a new topic to learn today. They know what we're gonna learn about today.
That's what we're gonna learn about.
Let's learn about a bug. I don't know what kind of bug that is. Oh, what kind of bug makes the Have you ever killed one of those bugs before? It makes that sound, Jaden. What does it look like?
I'm flying my wings. That's what wings is.
It has wings. What do you think it looks like, Zoe? Can you make that sound? Like a flamingo. Can you make that sound with your mouth? That
Try to do this. Then. Try to do this.
Can you fold your tongue like that? Ooh, Tristan and Zoe are making those sounds. Tristan, we can you see?
Stop doing it. You can't do it.
Ooh, Zoe's making a different sound with her mouth and tongue. Can we see how you move your lips, Zoe, to make that sound?
Okay.
I tried. It doesn't sound like that.
I can't make no noise like you. I have made
Her lips when she made that sound. She made the sound with her mouth closed. Oh man, I tried. Tristan, what sound can you make?
Man, what's my man? Look what I did to my face.
Ooh, it sounds like
Miss Ratchet, look what I did to my face.
what happened to your finger, Jaden?
I put my thumb up, then I put my ring finger up.
You put your pointer finger up and you put your thumb down?
No, I put my thumb up, and I put my ring up. I put my.
Oh,
You see what I'm doing?
I see.
And then I put it up.
How did you learn to do that?
No, I did that. You have to put your middle finger up and your thing up.
I want it warm.
Then you have to.
I want it warm.
And that's how you do it.
I wonder,
Oh, Lord.
can insects move their fingers like you, Jaden? I wonder, do they have fingers and then they move them like
They
you?
don't have fingers. They just gonna do this.
They don't have fingers?
What's that?
They go. Spiders do got fingers.
spiders have fingers?
Ask how many moves they try to move their fingers. Fingers will be their knee.
Oh,
It's gonna be it now.
you have a lot of good information.
What's 2 plus 2? 4. I just said it.
Wow. How did you figure that one out?
How did I? Cause I said was 2 plus 2 and I said 4.
Wow, you're so clever. So how did you know that 2 plus 2 equals 4?
Cause
Can you teach us how?
Will told me.
Really?
Will told me.
So what you got to do? Yeah, oh,
Interesting information. Thank you for sharing, Jaden. Well, friends, let's take a few minutes and check out what we're going to be learning about today. So everybody's looking eyes and listening ears should be at the screen because we're learning about something new today. And I want to see how much you guys can remember.
Hi everyone, Squeaks and I are enjoying a beautiful day outside the fort. Oh look, there's a bee. Oh, landed on that flower. Let's watch and see what it does. We'll get a little closer, but not bother it. There it goes, buzzing off to find another flower. You know, bees are some of my favorite animals to watch. They always seem so busy. But do you ever wonder what they do all day? You might already know that bees are insects, like ants and beetles. Like all insects, bees have 6 legs and 3 body parts. In bees, these body parts are often brown or yellow, and sometimes they're striped with both colors. Bees also have 4 wings. When their wings move back and forth fast enough to make them fly, they make a buzzing sound that we think of when we hear the word bee. And there's another part of the bee that you've probably heard about, the stinger. But not all bees have stingers, and the ones that do don't sting unless they have a really good reason to, like when they're frightened, or to protect themselves, or to chase other animals away from their nest. There are lots of different kinds of bees, but the 2 kinds that you've probably seen most often are bumblebees and honeybees. Bumblebees are easy to spot because they're big and fluffy. Honeybees are a little smaller and don't look like they're covered in fuzz the way bumblebees do. Both kinds of bees make honey, but bumblebees only make a little, while honeybees produce a lot of that sweet, sticky stuff. And both kinds of bees also live in big groups, inside nests that we call hives. You want to see inside a honeybee hive?
Yes.
Let's have a look. This bee is the queen. No, she doesn't wear a crown, but she does have a really important job. She stays in the hive all day and lays eggs, lots of them. After 3 or 4 days, these eggs will hatch and eventually grow into adult honeybees. Most of the other bees that live in the hive are workers. And worker bees, yep, Squeaks, they do almost all the work. There are lots of jobs for them to do, like helping to build the hive and keeping the hive clean. But their main job, the one that they do almost all of the time, is to look for food. That's what the bee that we saw was doing. She was getting food from that flower. When a worker bee lands on a flower, she drinks a sweet juice from the inside of the flower. This juice is called nectar. While she's on the
Nectar.
flower, the bee also brushes up against the yellow dust that the flower makes. This dust is called pollen. So while she's
Pollen.
gathering nectar, the bee also gets covered with pollen as she moves around on the flower. When the bee has as much nectar and pollen as she can carry, she flies back to the hive. She feeds some of the nectar and pollen to the baby bees and to the queen, and then she turns most of the nectar into honey. Bees fly back and forth all day collecting nectar and pollen from flowers and taking it back to the hive. When it gets dark, they go back to the hive and rest. And then they're up early the next morning to start again. If you've ever heard the expression, busy as a bee, now you know why we say that. So if you see a bee, you don't have to be afraid of it, but do leave her alone and give her lots of room to get her work done. And that work includes more than making honey. It has something to do with pollen. Next time, we'll see why when you bite into a delicious apple, you should thank a bee. Thanks for joining us on SciShow Kids. Do you have a question about insects or flowers or anything else? If so, get help from a grown-up and let us know. You can leave us a comment below or send us an email to kids@thescishow.com. And we'll see you next time here at the fort.
All right, friends. We've learned a lot about a new insect. So I'm going to ask you friends to turn on your microphones because I want to test you guys to see how much you have learned.
I know how much I learned.
And then after was that
I know a cow.
Yes, Zoe? Yes, Zoe?
Was that story time?
Oh, it was not story time. That was a little
Then
information.
I told you it wasn't story time.
And look, our friend Rakaya Stuffin is here today. Good morning, Rakaya. Did you see those bees? All right, friends. Jaden says he knows everything. So let's see how much you guys
I'm
know.
gonna be
He's ready. You guys are ready. He said he knows everything. All right. Who remembers what the queen bee's job is?
To eat juice, drink juice.
Ooh, Jaden thinks it was her job was to drink juice. Who remembers what the queen bee's job is to do? Nobody remembers?
Miss Bracken.
Who
Miss Bracken.
remember Tristan? Yes, Jaden?
I'm on police.
Yes, Tristan?
Look, I'll give you one, Miss
You have
Bracken.
your football?
Miss Bracken. I'll give
You've been throwing it?
I
What do you do with it?
have one of them.
You have one too?
I'm a bot too.
What did you say, Zoe?
The queen bee's job is to lay eggs.
The queen bee's job is to lay eggs. Woo! That's right, to lay eggs for baby bees. Look, there is the
Oh, look at me.
she's the biggest bee. The queen is the one that has the biggest bottom, and she's laying eggs in those holes, Jaden and Rakaya. Can you see Tristan? Can you see her? She's the longest bee, and she's putting little eggs in those holes. Zoe remembered that job. Oh, look at the bottom, Jaden. You'll see how the queen drops a tiny egg in the hive. And then it'll grow into a worm, then a big worm. Then it'll grow into a young bee and come on out and start working. Oh, what do you call a bee? That's friends.
Miss Bracken.
A bee's nest is not called Miss Bratton. What do you call a bee's nest?
A bee nest is not common friends.
What do you call a bee nest? Where do they live at? Rakaya?
In a net.
You said a beehive. Zoe,
Net.
beehive.
In a net.
What do you call it, Rakaya? What do you think a bee nest is called? Do you agree with Tristan?
I know what it's called.
Zoe and Tristan?
They didn't know what it's called.
What do you think? A beehive. You right? Look at the beehive. Ooh, look at all
That's
the.
what I was ready to say.
It's a beehive.
Look at what do you think is inside the hive?
Some candy.
Ooh, Jaden thinks it's what are the other bees in the hive called? The video? You got the queen. Then what are the other bees? What are the other worker bees? They work. Look at them. What do worker bees get from flowers? Nectar and pollen. Bee Rakaya, she's getting nectar and pollen to take back to the hive. Look at that.
Miss Bracken.
Yes, ma'am. You said you know everything.
What?
You couldn't even tell me the number. What you saying? I
I know, but that's a long.
pressure in the pump you can't get from the plant. Nobody was watching the video. Y'all gonna have to go back on Class Dojo and watch that again, because nobody knows. That makes me sad when we don't listen and learn, because those answers were all on that video. They make honey. When they get nectar and pollen from flowers, bees make honey. And those are bees busy working, making honey.
Who do you think the pepperoni off?
All those bees. Tristan, what do you know about bees? They can sting you. What else can bees do, Tristan? They make honey. Whoa, this is good information. Let's ask my friend. Let's see whose hand. Ooh. Let's ask our friend Zoe. What does she know about bees? Zoe, do you know anything about bees?
She's talking to you.
Oh yeah. So honeybees eat. Some honeybees eat some honey. So they make honey, and the worker bees work, and so the queen bee makes eggs for the little bumblebees to come out. They are so young.
Oh, you guys learned a lot. Do you know anything else you can tell us about bees?
Yeah. So the queen bee lays the eggs. So she is, yeah, she do.
Okay.
And then the eggs started to hatch. And then the little baby bees came out. They are so young and so cute.
Wow. So we've learned that bees make honey, and Zoe remembered that the queen bees lay the eggs, and the eggs hatch, and the little baby bees come out.
And they are so cute.
And they are so cute. Thank you so much for sharing, Zoe. Let's ask our friend Easton. Easton Lewis.
What?
What do you know about bees?
Bees?
Yeah, what can you tell us anything about bees?
What are seeds?
Bees that go buzz, buzz. Let me show you about bees. Look on your screen. These are bees. Can you tell us anything about bees?
Have a long bottom.
She got a long back.
They got a long bottom. Oh, what about you, Ivy? Can you tell us something about bees? Rakai, do you know anything about bees you can tell us?
I didn't see it.
Well, friends, how about, does anybody have any honey that we could taste? Does anybody have any honey at home? If we were at real school, Miss Bratton would bring honey so we could taste the bees' food. Does anybody know how bees make honey?
Yeah.
Can you tell us how bees make honey?
Yeah, so they go in the flowers and
And what do they do, Easton?
they feed the flowers.
And then what happens? Ivy, was that you telling us how to bees make honey? Well, my friends, have everybody had a chance to tell us about bees and how they make honey? Did anybody else want to tell us something?
Yes, yes. Hey, I want to.
What can you tell us? Do you know how those bees make honey?
Yes,
Can you please tell us, because we want to know.
yes. Okay. We start off at 2. Start off.
They start off? And how do they start off?
We start at 4. We start at 5. We start at 6. We start at 8. And then we start at 1,000.
So what do they do when they make honey? How do they do that?
You know how to make honey? They go get honey. Yeah. No, they make honey.
Oh, how do they make it?
How do they make honey?
Yes, how do they make that honey?
No, we have to. No, we have to make honey.
Maybe they get nectar and pollen from flowers.
So, I know flowers, then they grow big. They grow
Maybe
big.
they can chew toast. And maybe,
Chew toast. What's chew toast?
you know what toast is? Chew is when you take your mouth and
I'm doing that. I do not like it.
you don't like chewing? How do you eat your food? Well, that's chewing, isn't it? What do you call that?
This napping trap.
Well, friends, when we come back, we have a
And the napping trap. We got something else to do.
11 o'clock. We have story, and we're gonna go outside on a bug hunt. So we
No.
when you come back at 11 o'clock, make sure you got your shoes on and your jacket so we can go outside and catch bugs.
It ain't even cold outside. It's hot.
It's a little bit windy out there. It's breezy. How do you think it feels outside, Zoe?
Snowing. It's snowing.
Jaden,
I think it feels cold. I think it feels warm outside. It's snowing.
Zoe thinks it's warm. How do you think it feels outside, Tristan?
Snowing. Snowing.
Tristan did not say snow. What you say, Tristan? It's warm outside. Yes, Tristan? When we come back from after we take our break, we're gonna go outside and look for bugs. And I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna take my tablet so you guys can follow me. Easton, how do you think it feels outside today?
Cold because it's not snowing that's it.
Yeah, I think it's a little cool too. Ivy, how do you think it feels outside?
A little cold and a little hot.
A little cold and a little hot. Those are good descriptions, guys. Well, when we come back, it's a little warm. Zoe said, Easton said it's a little cool. I said it's a little warm, a little hot. I'm gonna bring my so when we come back and go outside, I'll be ready. So guys, you can go ahead and take your break. When we come back, we'll read a story and go on a bug hunt. I'll
What
see
kind
you
of
guys. What kind of hunt?
Yeah.
Or insect hunt, where we'll go looking to see if we can see some insects.
What are insects?
Insects are a type of animal that has 6 legs and 3 body parts, like a bee or a beetle, a ladybug. What are some other insects we looked at, friends, this week?
Ants.
Ants are insects. They have 6 legs and 3 body parts. What are some other insects, Tristan and Jaden, we talked about? Does anybody remember the insects we talked about?
No.
Do you remember the grasshopper?
Yeah.
We saw grasshoppers and stink bugs. We saw butterflies, cockroaches.
I love them.
You love butterflies?
Yeah. I do.
We looked at lots of different insects. And we learned that insects, how many legs does insect have, friends?
6.
6 legs. And they have how many body parts?
3.
3 main body parts. So we learned about those things. So we can go.
Miss Ratchet,
Yes, Zoe?
I choose like this.
That's how you choose, Zoe.
Mama, I mean Miss Ratchet.
Yes, I.
I don't understand out. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, let's see. We might can do something else. Would you want to watch me find a bug? These are some pictures of some insects that you could find. Stink bugs and mosquitoes and flies and ants and bees.
And stink bugs.
Stink bugs too.
It's
Yes, Ivy?
I'm ready for mosquitoes.
You don't have to. If you don't want to look at a bug, you don't have to. Some of my friends might be afraid. Most bugs are tiny. Is anybody in class afraid of insects? Zoe said, what insect are you afraid of, Zoe?
I'm afraid of stink bugs.
Zoe's afraid of stink bugs. What kind of
And I'm scared of bumblebees. And mosquitoes.
mosquitoes and bumblebees and stink bugs? What bugs are you afraid of, Jaden and Easton? Or are you afraid at all? Tristan, are you afraid of any bugs?
I'm scared of bumblebees.
Ivy, what did you say? You scared of bumblebees?
I'm scared of bumblebees.
You not scared of bumblebees, Tristan?
No. I'm not scared of nothing.
Easton said he's not scared of none of those bugs. I'm a little bit scared of cockroaches. I'm a little bit scared. I am. The bigger they are, the scarier I am.
They didn't do nothing. It is a thing that's gonna bite you, and it then suck your blood.
I'm gonna step on it. Are you afraid of any insects?
Oh, it's one right on me. It's one on me.
Get it.